All right, we're on to our third video of our shoulder health series with Jordan. We're on to what, face pulls now?
Face pulls, yeah, that's right. So we started off by inhibiting the anterior structures of the shoulder that cast us into that kind of rounded shoulder position. Worked backwards, worked on strengthening those external rotators, trying to neutralize that glenohumeral joint. Now we're gonna work into the scapula. Like I said, 2/3 of that motion is gonna come from that ball and socket of the shoulder. We just balanced out. Now we're gonna work on setting a proper trajectory for the scapula. So the one thing we need to realize when training the scapula is the planes of motion that it works at. A lot of people, conventional bodybuilders, fitness types, we just work through protraction, retraction. The big thing with posture and the setting of that internal rotation is not so much protraction, retraction here and here, it's more elevation and depression. So we really wanna train that depression, those shoulder blades not coming just together, but together and down. That's gonna help open up our shoulders, set a more neutral posture.
So when you see people do face pulls, before you even get there, I have a feeling some of the things you're gonna point out. Do you notice people tend to like do more of a rowing motion with their...
Yeah, I mean, it's just a bit of a misnomer from the get-go. If we pull right into the face, that's usually just gonna set us through that x-axis, that axis that deals with protraction and retraction of the shoulder blades. We wanna add that vector of the vertical vector, so which is gonna cause us to go through elevation and depression. So it's a bit of a misnomer from the get-go, and I can understand why people have problems with it. But yeah, trying to make it less of a conventional back exercise and more of a like lower trap, more of a positional related exercise is gonna be what we're after. So setting up a cable, I like to use a rope. You can do it with bands if you prefer. So what you're gonna see, face pull normally, the grip plays a huge role, right? Everyone will grab like this, yep, and they'll pull this way. Yeah. That's only gonna cue that protraction and retraction, right? What I wanna see,
that's that row I was talking about.
Exactly, yeah. So that overhand grip, we're gonna walk right back. So again, the conventional face pull, people pull right to the bridge of the nose. Yeah. Protraction, retraction. What I wanna see, start, so think of the shoulder blades like any other joint, right? If you're gonna train your biceps, you wouldn't train it from a partially flexed position, right? You train it from full extension. If we're training depression of the scapula, train it from elevation, exactly. So we start, we're horizontally loaded, so I'm not worried about rounding the back in this movement. Yeah. I wouldn't squat like this, but for a high face pull, perfect. So start, so reach.
Rounding forward as he comes.
Reach those shoulder blades up, and now from here, we're just gonna undo everything. This is our bad posture in its loaded end range. Flex adducted, internally rotated shoulders, elevated, protracted scapula, and flex thoracic spine, undo everything. So we're gonna extend, externally rotate. Abduct, extend the thoracic spine. And that last range of motion of tucking those elbows underneath is coming from the shoulder blades coming together.
Oh, wow.
So reach forward and then bring those shoulder blades together and down.
Now I know just by watching what you're doing, you're gonna need to start way less than what most people probably do face pulls.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if I do face pulls like this,
yeah,
I could probably do damn near that stack right there.
Oh, for sure.
But when you add in that rotation.
Yeah, and that's where the whole movement lives and dies.
Right.
So starting off like getting a feel for how that scapula moves as a joint, and then from there, sure, you can progress.
Give me like three or so of those again, judged from the side. I really want them to see that full range of motion as he rotates his shoulder. Notice his wrist too as he comes up. The shoulder rotation, takes it all the way back through full range of motion. Comes back, rotates again. Nice and controlled, real lightweight. That's beautiful. Awesome. Right on. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Every day we drop a new video on this YouTube channel. Also, after this channel, you'll see at the very end, there's a direct link to go right to our 30 days of free coaching with Mind Pump. Check it out.